Hey, so this is how I've been getting in steps every day, and I feel like that might be a little bit insane, but I've been walking back and forth between it's typically from my living room all the way to my kitchen and back, and right now my boyfriend's sleeping because he works back shift, so I'm just doing it just in the living room. So I'm walking back and forth and I'm counting, might be my OCD, I don't know. But I'm doing it 100 times and trying to get like 1,500 steps. And on top of that, I obviously walk my dog for like 1 or 2 times a day, like 20 to 30 minutes. And that's typically how I get my steps up. Something else I've been doing is I will take my 25-pound plate. Try to get it in the picture and I couldn't, so anyways, I take my 25-pound plate and I hug it and I'll walk 100 feet and I'll do that 10 times. So basically I kind of measured it out, but also I just go by 50 steps is 100 feet, and I do that. So I have my phone on me and I get my 500 steps in holding that, and it's usually like 10 to 15 times. So that's the first thing I do to warm up my body and get some steps in. And I'm also going to do a workout today, so it's going to be like upper body base. And I think I'm also going to talk about the 800-gram challenge, because I have been doing that for probably 3 weeks now, and I wanted to touch base on it, even though I know it has nothing to do with what's going on right now, but it's been 3 weeks and I wanted to make a video and kind of do it every so often just to let you know how it feels. So I want to do one on my 3 weeks to let you know what the first phase of this has been like. And then I'll do it another couple weeks and let you know. And then once I stop, if I stop, I'll let you know and then kind of tell you how it changed and how much I'm eating for vegetables after that. Okay, well, I'll be back. Alright, so I said that I was going to talk about the 800-gram challenge, so I am going to talk about it now. I don't really like calling it a challenge. It's kind of just like what you should be eating, I think. So what you should change in your diet. So instead of what you can remove, it actually is about what you can add in, which is a lot better of a mindset than thinking of the things you can't have, because basically you're allowed to have whatever you want as long as you eat a certain amount of fruits and vegetables. So basically I typically get grapes, bananas, apples, some carrot sticks, and spinach, and there's another thing I usually get. Oh, berries. Yeah, so I usually get that as fresh food, and I will eat that throughout the day. So essentially what it would be is 800 grams. So if you're uncomfortable measuring your food, which I was for quite some time after my eating disorder recovery, then you don't need to get a scale. You can always go on the website. I'll link it in my description. The website that tells you what you can do and like averages. I do weigh mine because I'm comfortable now, and the fact that it's weighing fruit and vegetables, it's not like I'm telling myself what I can't have. I'm just gonna take my glasses off because I can see the reflection, it's bugging me. So I have a scale, it's this one here, and I will weigh it out. But I do averages, so if it says like 125, but it's a little bit closer to 150, I'll like round up or round down depending on the day. Like if I had spinach, I'm gonna round my next one up a little bit because spinach weighs like nothing, so it doesn't really count for much. So essentially, on average, it's gonna be So like 1 cup is about 100 grams. So if you can't do 800 grams measuring it, then 8 cups a day would be equivalent. Now, it depends. Like potatoes, I think it's going to be like half a cup, and potatoes do count, and pickles also count. But with pickles, you're not going to want to eat just pickles because they're a heavy condensed vegetable. So, for example, my typical day would be I eat 150 grams in the morning of berries with my breakfast, and then I'll have 200 grams of vegetables. So that could be like a mixture of peppers or carrots, or it's usually peppers or carrots. And then after I had that I'm at 350 for the day. I usually have, with my lunch, would be another 200 grams either of vegetables or fruits, depending on the type of lunch. If I'm wanting something more savory, I'll have vegetables, and if I'm wanting something more sweet, I'll have fruits. And it would be typically like a banana or an apple. An average size banana is about 150 grams, and an average size apple is probably around the same, 125, 150. And then after that, I'll have another snack, which, depending on if I had fruit or vegetables, I'll have the opposite, which would be another probably around 200. So say now we're at 150 plus 2, 4, 6, like 750-ish, I believe. So 150 with breakfast, 200 for a snack, 200 with lunch, 200 for a snack, and then I'll have the rest at the end of the day. So typically if it's a small amount, I'll have probably berries, just because you can have a lot more berries for a smaller amount. And then the rest of the day, you just eat whatever you want. The thing with this is, because you're eating so much fruits and vegetables, it is going to fill you up a lot. So you're not going to have enough room to eat 10 slices of pizza. So I think that's why it works for a lot of people. It's not like a weight loss thing, though. It's not like a weight loss challenge. It's just helping you get your nutrients in. So another tip when you're doing it is smoothies. So smoothies are a great way to get in a lot of grams per shake. So I just made one right now. It's 200 grams of cherries and a cup of almond milk and a scoop of vanilla protein, and it's super thick. I have to eat it with a spoon, and it's very filling. So that's 200 grams right there. That's how fast it is. Now, with the pandemic and the coronavirus, it's a little bit harder to get the fresh fruit and vegetables all the time. So we did stock up quite a bit on frozen stuff. So I'm just going to show you what I have. So I got cherries, strawberries, tropical mix or paradise trio, same thing, just peaches and strawberries and mango. And they got blueberries. I'm sorry, my lighting in here is so bad. Blueberries. I got broccoli, Brussels sprouts, some butternut squash. And again, so potatoes do count. So just an example for like a day. So you wake up, you have, say, an egg, a piece of toast, and 150 grams of berries. And then your next snack is, say, 200 grams of peppers. And then your lunch, you have chicken and 200 grams of broccoli. Or you can cut that. So say chicken, 100 grams of broccoli, and 150 grams of potatoes. You're now at 355, 700 right there. So then your next lunch or snack, you could have 100 grams of whatever. So it could be a small banana, it could be fruit, it could be vegetables again, if that's what you want. And then that brings you up to midday or mid-evening, so you have your supper. And you can have more if you want, or you can split it up even more than that. But say you're like me and you're at your 800, so then your supper is protein and some other carb, or like French fries. I don't know, just whatever. And then you would have like your bedtime snack if that's what you do. And like for me, it'd be Oreos. So I still get those every day. It doesn't stop me from that. But right now, so today with the COVID-19 or coronavirus, with all my frozen vegetables and fruits, I had no fresh stuff today. So this morning I made 100 grams of broccoli with my breakfast. And then, or 150, sorry. And then I had a smoothie, which was 200 grams. It was the Paradise Trio. So that was at 350. This is going to bring me up to 550. And then later, I'm probably going to have more vegetables. So I'll probably have some more broccoli with a mixture of like Brussels sprouts. And that'll bring me up to the 800. So it is a little bit more difficult when it's all just frozen, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. I also wanted to just let you know the way it makes you feel for the first little bit. So that's why I wanted to do this now. So I'm about 3 weeks to 4 weeks in, I don't know exactly, but the first week I do know, this is kind of weird, but it makes you feel really bloated and gassy. So basically you don't feel super good the first week because you're adapting to so much more vegetables and fruits in your diet. I think if you took like an approach of doing like, say you eat none right now, do like 200, then 400, then 600, then 800, it might be better. So do that like 200 for 2 days, 400 for 2 days, 600 for 2 days, and then 800, and then go on from there. But it wasn't really feeling great. I think that only really lasted like 3 or 4 days. It wasn't the full week. And then after that, it flipped into actually feeling really like filling and really good. So then you start like regulating yourself and it feels a lot better. And then after that, like the second, third, fourth week have all basically been the same. I have noticed that I've been craving the fruits now, which is kind of strange. Like if I'm hungry, I know to get to my 800 grams, I'm gonna have to have some fruit. So I am starting to crave them. And the vegetables taste fine. Like I don't crave broccoli, but I just switched over to eating some Brussels sprouts instead, which I'm enjoying, like flipping from the broccoli to Brussels sprouts. And I don't really do a lot of potatoes and stuff, which is weird. Like I should take advantage of that, but I don't. I probably will start once this is all over with the pandemic and then I'm able to go into stores and get more food. But yeah, so that's the first couple weeks. It seems fine to me. I'm going to keep you updated if anything changes or when this feels like it's too much, anything like that. It feels absolutely fine now and I'm fully satisfied with my food. So yeah, so anyways, just wanted to touch base about that. I'll link where I found the information below, and it gives you like a list of the fruits and vegetables you are able to include and the ones you're not, because there is things like soup. You're not going to be able to include that as grams because it has more than just the vegetable and water in it, and water weighs, so you'd have to drain the vegetable. Anyways, there will be examples in the link below. Alright, well, see you guys. Hopefully everyone stays safe and stay home and keep your family and everyone safe. Have a good night or day or whatever time you're watching this. Bye!